So hope your thoughts are also fresh. Your thoughts are also beautiful. Yeah. And so as we think about these thoughts, let me ask you a question. How long can you stabilize your mind when you're meditating or when you're in silence? You've been joining these calls and meditating for a while. So when you sit for meditation, how long can you stay without any distraction? Can you stabilize your mind for, say, 10 minutes, or 15 minutes, or 1 minute, or 5 seconds? How long do you think you can stabilize your mind?
Depends. Sometimes very long till somebody breaks the silence. Sometimes, um, I mean, if you have a disturbance, it doesn't. I mean, you won't be able to focus long, though it's a powerful butty. But most of the time, we'll be able to stabilize,
That's very good.
especially in the morning. Amrit Vela will be able to do it.
Yeah, because it's so quiet early in
Yeah,
the morning. Yes.
but even now, it was very peaceful.
Yeah. No, that's what it is. They say even like evening times, they say the angels wander, and evening times are considered to be, like pure time as well.
Shiva Shakti time. Yeah.
Yeah, like, so they say like evening time also, at least a few minutes you should spend in some kind of spiritual contemplation, in having a greater spiritual awareness, sit in few moments of silence or some contemplation. It is important because evening time also it's considered to be precious, right? Just like how early morning we take out time, like that evening also take out a little time and we sit. It's a nice word in Hindi. It's called Sandhya Samay, in the evening, like it's the dusk time, right? Early morning is the dawn time, so they're considered to be
Actually,
like
the
precious.
Brahmins do the Sandhya Vandanam. It's
Oh,
called.
yes, so it's like, so that's where, evening times also you sit and you have this little contemplation and just put away, at least for an hour and a half, put away your things. I mean, in 24 hours, how can I not give evening an hour and a half, and morning an hour and a half? I can't say. It could be a little my laziness. Otherwise, of course, we all work. Okay, there is work pressure and all of that. Otherwise, if we really want, we can take out some time. So yes, the question, coming back to the question of how long you can actually stabilize the mind is something we all need to check, because we all feel interested in listening, right? We enjoy listening. But when it comes to silence, or when it comes to stabilizing our mind in a particular awareness, we find it hard, or we find it difficult to stabilize. Sometimes some don't even have a minute of concentration, a minute of stabilize, uh, focus. Instantly, the mind starts to wander here, there, and when the mind wanders, immediately the face it appears. Whatever is going on in the mind appears on in the physical personality. So instantly, you can see even the physical, organs, the physical senses also start to wander. There is no kind of stillness. So this is one practice we have to make, take your mind deep into really that silence, that your mind doesn't wander anywhere, or sometimes deep into the feeling of love, spiritual love, deep into a spiritual happiness where the soul is experiencing, where the mind is experiencing for a prolonged period of time. The mind is able to sit, and that's when an internal transformation happens. How even more metamorphosis happens. A caterpillar just doesn't just change from nowhere into a butterfly. A caterpillar has to go into for days and days of cocoon. It has to sit in the cocoon. It has to really be in that cocoon of silence, or that cocoon of transformation. Then only that transformation starts to happen. So many times we complain in life that, I'm not able to transform, or there is something I want to transform. I want to transform this, but I'm not giving that time to transform. If I'm not giving that time, how will I transform? Transformation doesn't just come by saying, I want to transform, I have to transform, or from headspace. But transformation comes from deep within when I give the time. When I give the time for contemplation, even say, for example, one is internal transformation. Or even if I want to build my relationship with God, say, I want to experience that, spiritual strength or spiritual power, that pure energy or the connection with God. I have to give time. I have to sit. I have to contemplate. When I do that, that metamorphosis is happening inside. The transformation is happening inside. So life without spirituality is like a lump of coal. Coal, how is coal? No one gets really attracted to coal. Coal is dark and dirty, and even if you touch, you become dirty. If I don't include in my life no spirituality, no little contemplation, no time I'm giving, then I'm just like a lump of coal. There is no beauty in life. Somewhere I'm sitting with the old, same old thing, same old, same old, same old, same old. So, do I want to see my life like coal or like diamond? Sometimes they say that, coal transforms into diamond. Of course, coal doesn't transform into diamond, but it's the same metamorphosis, or it's the same element both have, and that is carbon, they say. Coal and diamond both have carbon. But even diamond, how does it become diamond? It just doesn't become diamond like magic. They say there are two laws that are applied for this coal, for this carbon to get transformed into diamond. And that law is that a lot of pressure is given to the carbon, and under that pressure it turns into hard rock. It starts to transform its form. Pressure. And the second thing is, they say it's a law of thermodynamics. One is law of pressure, they give a lot of pressure. And the second is thermodynamics, a lot of heat, so that it changes its form. And that's when it becomes a hard core, a beautiful, sparkling diamond, which we all get attracted to. And so here we are, souls, right? The soul has become like this lump of coal right now. What we experience is sometimes sensitivity, that impurity inside. Carbon is sitting there. And so that dirt, that impurity, or so impurity means like, worry or anxiety or, sensitivity for little things, crying for little trivial things, bothering the mind, thinking too much, all of these things that are happening in the core, the soul. And that's when knowing the truth is important. We live so much in falsehood these days. So much we live in falsehood. We don't even know our own identity. We have forgotten our identity is this invisible, beautiful, sparkling light, this beautiful energy inside. I, the soul. That is the truth. But today we all live in the identity of physicality, physical body. And that's why all conflict. Where there is falsehood, there is quarrel and conflict, fight. Where there is truth, there is stability, there is calmness. right? So today the whole world is living in falsehood. That's why what? Each one, why we are all fighting, why all this racism, this, that, lots of things going on. Why? Because we identify everyone, each other with this body. We have to come out of this body consciousness, this falsehood. We look at the color of the skin, we look at the religion, we look at the nationality, we look all of these physical aspects. The soul is not bound to any of these limitations. The soul is soul, the soul is light, the soul is the spirit, the soul is a living energy. The soul is a living, beautiful being. Until and unless I don't realize this, I am a soul. मैं आत्मा हूँ. Until and unless I don't realize this, there is no transformation. There is no transformation at all inside ourselves or in the world. No. The more we live in this physical matter, the more we are limited in our thinking. We are limited in our thinking. We can't accept any other thing. We are boxed. We become stubborn inside. This is the only way. This is the way. This is what. This is what. This. But the soul is such an unlimited being. Do you think the soul has any limitation of time? Do you think when the soul leaves the body, it's saying, "Oh, okay, what is the time I left the body? What is the time now?" Does the soul has limitation of time? No. The soul is experiencing unlimited time, unlimited uh, feelings. There is no limitation of distance. The soul can travel from one to next anywhere. Uh, that's what it is. But we all have come into limitations of so many things being in this body because we are in false identity. I am a body, and that's why we identify ourselves with the body, the color of the skin, the religion we are in, the nationality, and all kinds of falsehood. And this is where the soul, with this falsehood, the soul has become like a lump of coal with impurity. But now this transformation has to happen. Now this shift has to happen. Now this metamorphosis should take place. I have to change. I have to transform from this coal to beautiful diamond because I am the diamond. I am a soul. I am a diamond already. So, do you all have a soul? Do you agree you have a soul?
We are a soul.
Very good. Good catch, Anuradha. I'm so glad. Yes, I am a soul. It's not I have a soul. I don't have a soul. I am a soul. What I have is a body. It's the soul driving the body or the body driving the soul. The driver drives the car or the car drives the body, the driver. The driver drives, right? The car. Now you may say, oh, there are electric cars, they drive the driver. But yeah, okay, they may drive the driver, but at least the driver has to start the car still, right? So this is where it's not I have a soul, I am a soul, and I have a body. This realization we have to come back to this truth that I am light, I am soul. Each one is a light, each one is a soul, and we have to go beyond this consciousness of body. Until then, no shift will come inside us or inside others. Phyllis, you wanted to say something? Have you unmuted yourself?
Yeah, no, I didn't have anything in particular to say except that I like that comment that was made that I am a soul rather than I have a soul.
Yeah.
And it's something that I just don't think about a whole lot, but when I do try to meditate, which is usually about 10, 15 minutes in the morning, I do feel in touch with that, with the soul.
Mm.
So it is, I think it is correct to say I am a soul. Because it feels that way when we go inside ourselves. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's important to keep remembering that, though, because it's easy to remember it one day and forget it the next day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's true. Every day. And that's why the first awareness one needs to have, the first truth, the first awareness I need to create and have is about my own self, because myself, it all begins from myself, right? And so who is the self? I, the self. My true awareness is important. And when I have the true awareness, when I look at everyone as a soul, there are no disparities, all these upheavals that are going on in the world, all the differences and that, the envy that's been created, all this will disappear only when we really start to see everyone as a light. The light that is sparkling inside, and the light doesn't have a limitation of color. The light is light. Light doesn't have a color. Light doesn't have a religion. The soul doesn't have religion. The soul doesn't have nationality. The soul doesn't have limitation of time. A soul is a soul. A soul is limited, is an eternal sparkling being. And so that's what it is. Even when we die, when we say, we don't say actually we die. I mean, it's the soul leaving the body. What is that? Because why do we say somebody is dead? Their body is still with us. We are seeing their body, but what is that left? Who left? Yes, that soul left. The body is here. The body is left behind, and the soul, who is the living life, left the body. And so this is where a deeper realization, I am a soul, is needed. This experience is needed. And to experience each one, whoever I see, this one is a soul, this one is a soul. We live
Is
in reality then.
is the soul like our awareness? Because sometimes when I get stuck, I in terms of awareness or the soul, I find that trying to be aware of my awareness helps me to connect.
Soul creates awareness. Soul is not awareness. Soul
Okay,
creates.
that's what I wanted.
Soul
Yeah,
is
because
a living being. Right now, you're talking to me. Who is talking? You, the soul, you're talking to me. But you're using a mouth as a medium. So you are
yes.
a soul who is talking. You are a soul who is listening. The soul is a living entity which creates awareness.
Oh, okay. I knew there was a connection because sometimes that would get me started off good in the morning. Like if I remember to be aware of my own being awareness, it's almost like you're observing yourself. It's like a shadow. Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad you clarified that for me. Thank you.
Sure. But even when I'm observing myself, I'm observing what is that I'm observing is what kind of soul am I? Am I a
Yeah.
peaceful soul, or am I a peaceless soul? Am I
Yes.
a happy soul? Am I an unhappy soul? Am I a diamond soul, or am I a coal soul?
Yes. Yes.
So how am I? Do I, so what are my qualities? It's not just I'm a soul, but what kind of soul am I?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
we when we talk about a person, we talk about their personality. We just don't,
Yeah.
this person, who is that person? Then you talk about, this person is really good, this person is bad, this person is very happy, this person is sad. So you
Yeah.
always, talk about the qualities. And so in the same way, when I think about my own awareness, when I create my own awareness, I am a soul, then I think, what kind of soul am I? What do I have inside? Do I have,
Yeah.
or do I have peacelessness? Then if there is peace, I emerge the quality of peace which is in the soul. So I am emerging that peace. Then what kind of soul am I? Sometimes then I realize I think too much. I'm a soul who thinks too much. I'm a soul who is sensitive very quickly. Then I work on it. I'm a soul, I'm powerful. I am a soul who is stable. And then I experience that. I experience that. So that's the experience of I being the soul. Like when you think about I being the person, I being the person, what kind of person I am. So I think about my good and bad. In the same way, now go beyond this physical attire of this body and think I am a soul. So what kind of soul I am? I am this kind of soul. And okay, I am experiencing peacelessness. So whom do I connect to? I connect to the divine. And so let the divine energy flow and me get recharged, again experience that peace. So who is experiencing peace? Is the soul. I, the soul, experience. I am not separate from soul. I am a soul. So that's what I need to understand and experience.
See, I would, I don't know how to express it. I would think that that's too much thinking, and I don't know. To me, there's something very deep about being in the moment, being aware and present in each moment, which is very hard to do, but at least the first few moments I'm very present. And it's a very deep thing.
Right. So I agree with you. But the thing is that if I don't have initial contemplation, then I cannot stabilize.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah,
See,
because
because like then I would, what you were saying, I found very interesting. All the things you were saying, which I think is important to observe ourselves. But
mm,
to me, like that's a
because
shift
when
to
I
thinking. To
mhm,
thinking.
mhm. So because
Yeah.
when I don't think right, and that thinking right is a contemplation basically. So when I am contemplating, initially it's a contemplation, but then after some time you stabilize for a longer time because you have taken the right path, like meaning
Yeah.
the first is your thinking part. If your thinking part is not right, then your thinking is going somewhere else. After 10-15 minutes, then I cannot stabilize because I don't know what else to think.
Oh. Oh.
So first I create that because see, I have to create a base. If I have to sit on the chair,
Yeah.
I need those four legs to be strong.
Yeah.
So those four legs is my initial contemplation. When I have my initial contemplation, then I stabilize in that experience, not just 15 minutes, not half an hour. I can even stabilize for 1 hour just in the feeling of even being peaceful.
Oh.
So first, initially, it does begin with, but if you are a very deep meditator, if you really know what it is, if your mind exactly knows, you sit and you stabilize. You don't even have to contemplate. But if you that when you sit and you immediately you get connected to your own self, immediately you're experiencing your inner peace, right? Immediately you're connected to the divine say.
Yes. Yes.
And so when you're connected, now that prolongs that if if I sit, if I know how to do it, then I can even sit for 1 hour without
Mm.
any disturbance. The soul is enjoying that. But when I say initial contemplation meaning, say if you're learning any subject for the first time, you have to give a little thought. Then is practicality. But without giving thought, if I'm only trying to practice, but I don't know what I'm practicing.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh, I see. I see.
So a little bit of thought initially is necessary to guide the mind, so that the
Okay.
mind can stabilize in that experience for however long you want. Otherwise, after some time, the mind wanders. because the mind
Yes,
doesn't know where to
yes.
concentrate.
Now, when you say stabilize, you mean that the mind stays still? What do
Experience.
you mean when you
Stabilize
say
means you
still?
are stable in an experience. Now I'm experiencing being a peaceful soul, and I can experience that. I can stay in that peace. I can stabilize in that peace. I can stay in that peace even for half an hour without getting disturbed.
Okay.
So your mind is not wavering like this. Your mind is not 1 minute you experience, the next minute you are experiencing something else.
Oh, so
Actually,
you're
and then it
staying with
ran to somebody
one.
else. Then I'm remembering
Yeah.
somebody else. I'm remembering that.
Oh,
Stabilize. Stabilize means your mind is just absolutely calm
on one thing.
in an experience. Experience. You're experiencing.
Yeah.
You're
Wow.
experiencing
Yeah.
something. You're going into that deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. Nobody can disturb you, waver you from that.
Wow.
Mm. So that's why, say, when you're sitting for meditation, you're able to even sit for 1 hour, like we do sometimes, those intense meditation hours we do. Like 1 hour, you are just in an experience. You don't
Wow.
waver your mind. You don't fluctuate your mind up, down, this, that, here, there. No, absolute stability. But for that, initially, I have to give a little bit of thought to what I want to experience.
Yeah. Then what happens after an hour? Does everything come running into your head
So that's
again?
a very good question you have asked. After an hour, what happens is the energy, that pure energy gets accumulated in the soul. It's just
uh,
how when you have done your exercise, right?
uh-huh.
So what happens if you went to gym and 1 hour of exercise you've done? It got into your system, right?
Oh.
Your system is getting shaped. Your physical body is getting shaped. So in the same way, the soul is getting empowered. That 1 hour what you have stayed, you've accumulated a lot of inner strength, inner power. Because
Oh.
the more you think, the less is the energy. But what thinking I'm talking about? Waste thinking or ordinary
Yeah.
thinking, or just thinking this and that. You're losing energy. But when you're restoring your thinking, that's why I asked you the question, how long can you stabilize your mind?
Yeah.
So the
Wow.
more you're able to be stable, your mind is not wavering, it's not thinking about the past, it's not running to the future, it's not thinking about people, it's not thinking about work, it's not thinking about tasks. But when I'm able to be in an experience for a while, then the soul is getting empowered, it's getting inside my system, that is the soul. The soul is becoming powerful. So now, when that energy, that's power is in the soul, just like physical example I'm giving you, that when you do
Yeah.
physical exercises, what happens, you know, as
Yeah.
doing, you're able to actually, your physical strength is increasing,
Yes.
right? So
Yes.
first, you are able to only lift a certain weight, but every time you're exercising physically, you're
Mhm.
able to lift more and more
More and more.
more weights, right? That means
Yes.
your system is getting more and more stronger. Your physical body is getting stronger in the way. In the same way,
Uh-huh.
when you have internal peace, when you meditate, when you have remembrance of God, when you have contemplation of the soul, when you have self-awareness, all of this generates internal soul power. And
Oh
when
wow.
there is soul power, the soul is able to cope with any adverse situations that are coming around me. Soul power, having soul power means I'm able to cope, just like physical body is able to cope with
Yeah.
any kind of weight. In the same way, soul power is helping you to, to think right. Soul power is helping you to speak right. Soul power is helping you to behave right, to have a right attitude. Soul power is helping you to have power of tolerance if somebody is not behaving right. Soul power is helping you to have more power of silence. Soul power is helping you to have more patience. All these beautiful qualities will start emerging in you, which means
Mm,
exactly what we are talking about, becoming that diamond. You are
mm,
becoming inside how the diamond looks. Inside, it's a hard rock, right? But
mm,
externally, it looks so beautiful and soft. So, somebody who has soul power, if I have soul power, meaning I, the soul, if I'm becoming powerful, then I have the strength. Internally, I'm hardcore, meaning very strong inside, very
mm,
powerful inside. Externally, I'm soft and beautiful, meaning I'm sweet. So I have all qualities. I have sweetness, patience. Inside, I have stability, power. So I shine like a diamond with all the rays, emerging all the rays and all the colors. And diamond is attractive. Anybody, I mean, uh, everybody wants diamonds. And diamond is considered to be precious. And that's why there are very, very few people in this world who really understand the truth, who really makes this internal effort to be that soul, I mean, internal spiritual effort,
mm,
right? Who accumulates soul power. And the one who accumulates soul power, it is like a diamond, and a diamond radiates, it's never hidden. You know?
mm,
And everyone gets attracted. Naturally, they're pulled towards that person. How beautiful this person is. Why? Because they're not beautiful. For why they're beautiful? Why even you call anybody beautiful? This person is beautiful. One is physical beauty, okay. This person is good. When do you call a person good? Not because how they look. It's not
mm,
because of the color, the attire they wear, or the kind of clothes they wear, or the position they have. When we call this person is good, best, this person is beautiful, this person is divine. When we use these words, when the soul from inside, when the soul, they from inside. It's a soul who is that personality inside. When my soul personality, when I internally am becoming beautiful with quality, when I'm sweet, when I'm pure, when I'm positive, when I'm patient, when I'm all of these qualities, then only we call somebody as, oh, this person is like an angel, this person is like a diamond, this person is like um, beautiful. So it's because of the qualities. And so meditation, after 1 hour of meditation, it's not Om Shanti, it's all gone. And then I'm back to square one. It's I'm back into my life. It's always integration. You integrate. Your life should be a meditation. Not meditation is separate from your life. Meditation is not something which I sit for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour, which is okay. I sit. But then meditation is a process of healing. It's creating soul power. It's empowering my own self. So every moment I can empower. Every moment it's a journey of meditation. It's an integration into my life. It's not separate. Then what happens? Sometimes I'm meditating, sometimes I'm upset. Then it's like this life is different, that life is different. Then it doesn't work that way. When I integrate, my life has to be, every moment has to be like that. Every moment is, closer to God. Every moment I'm experiencing some spiritual strength. Every moment I'm experiencing a transformation inside. Every step matters, every moment matters. So it's an integration into life. But when we separate, in this is what we, we have gone wrong. Like how in religion, what people do is they get dressed up, they go to church, they go to temple, and they did whatever they have to do, their little prayers, and they come back home, and you back to square one. You haven't brought anything inside you.
mm.
There is no transformation. There is everything we are doing physical. Now we have to stop doing physical and we have to go internal, go back to the soul. I, soul, I, the being. I am not this body. This is just a dress for the soul. This body is just a layer of skin. It's uh, just a vehicle of expression. But I am a soul. I am the jewel. I am the power who can think. I am the power who can feel. I am the power who has habits. I am the power who has samskar. I, the soul, is a living being. Okay.
Mm.
I, the soul, I have to empower. And I cannot just empower with my positive thoughts. Yes, I the soul already have, I have peace, already I have happiness, which I need to emerge. But sometimes in the journey of life, we need God's company. So that's where, as a soul, I connect to Supreme Soul. I bring God's company into my life. Okay. And so this whole process, so in the process of becoming a diamond, we will experience a lot of pressure in life. There is never, I don't become a diamond without pressure. There are
Right.
people who will come into your life, who will disturb, who will annoy you. There will be things, situations will happen, financial situations can come, health situations can come. So various things can happen. There are pressures in life, but if that pressure, when I have spiritual practice, in that pressure, when I have spiritual practice, that's when I'm becoming that diamond.
Yeah.
Pressures of life are always there, but never forget your spiritual life. Your spiritual practice. The moment you forget, then I remain cold. That's it. Then I make others also cold, because when you touch coal, what happens? You also become cold, meaning, right? Immediately your clothes get dirty, your hands get dirty. So it's like that. So I'm in impurity, I can make others impure too. But this is where there are pressures in life, but the more pressure there is. But when I have this spiritual practice, I can become, I will become uh, that diamond. And then the rest I have to leave to God to shine me. Because the diamond is done, then, that
Mhm.
fine shine comes when that God's company is there. So that's what it is. So yes,
Yeah.
every day I need to take some time out. Of course, I need to make this little spiritual practice, and not only that, take every moment as a meditative moment. Every single moment, I have to integrate. It's not separate. Then there is no transformation. Then I think this is a separate life, that is a separate life. So I'll do my meditation. After meditation, maybe I'll get angry, I'll yell, or I'll do something. There is no integration. Why did you meditate? I don't know why I meditated. I don't even know what I did in my meditation. No accumulation. I'll go back to square one. So this will happen. So integration is. So I'll pause there. Yes. I'm Shanti, and yes, open to your comments and questions.
Wow. I have one more question. It's fairly simple.
Sure.
I think. I think. I'm sorry.
No, no,
I,
please don't be
I'm just
sorry. It's
very
nice. I
interested.
like when this kind of conversation takes place,
Okay.
rather than me alone saying, yeah.
I was just wondering, because we haven't met together and meditated as a group for a long time,
Yeah.
and it got me wondering. I mean, I'm not asking for a technical, just an opinion, sort of, or experience. Is it much different meditating alone than meditating in a group, do you think?
Uh,
It's just maybe more powerful in a group, would you say?
it does. You see, one is you. I mean, see, you're not becoming dependent. You're
Uh-huh.
at the same time you're not isolating yourself.
Yeah.
So when we go into too much extremes, then it'll shake my stage. If I
Oh.
do isolate myself and I say, I can do meditation my own, I will do, but you will see immediately after some time,
Uh,
you will start declining from that because you will feel
yeah.
too isolated. You need community. Anything
Yes.
like that. Say even a child, why he has to go to school to study? Why can't he just be at home and study? Even now during this lockdown, some parents are saying, no, we need, our child to send to school and, whatever. So it's like the environment is different. When you are with like-minded people, the energy is different. You are learning something. It becomes like a fortress of safety. You know,
Yes.
it's like you experiencing the vibrations and support of each other, and it helps you to gallop soon. When it's just like when a child is at home and study, he has thousand distractions.
Mhm.
When he is at school, there is a discipline. But when he's at
Uh,
home and studying, you see, he'll say, "Mommy, I'm hungry." Then he'll look at his toys. Then he'll look at his video games. Then he'll look
mhm.
at TV. Then he'll think about distractions.
Mhm.
So when we
Yeah.
are alone, I know for sure those who isolate and say, I will do it on my own, after some time, no. Guaranteed.
Yeah.
Guaranteed. After some time, I won't be able to do it on my own. Always, you need a certain vibration, a certain community. Um,
Yeah.
and I'm not saying you have to depend. It's not that. But it's like
Uh,
learning, it's being in that safe fortress. So you are
yeah.
with the community, but yet it's your own individual journey.
Yes.
Just like how we are living in this world, we are not living isolated. We are in the world, we are social animals, right? We're living in the world where people are there. We're not isolated, but yet our journey is our journey. Our
Mm,
space is our space. Our feelings are feelings. Though being in this world, still it's our own journey. It's an individual journey. I have to do it on my own,
mm,
but along with the company and the community, so that I get that support. I'm in that safety zone.
mm. Yeah, I miss the group, the community.
But
I
you
do.
see now when you're coming on the calls, how beautiful it is, Phyllis.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
you're here in the center. The same conversations which we used to have on the.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's nice. Well, thank you so much. You really helped me a lot tonight.
Yeah, for sure, Phyllis. That's very nice. It's always nice to hear your comments, and it's good to
Yeah.
chat. Yeah. Thank you.
Om Shanti System.
Om Shanti Sangeeta. Yes.
Yeah, today when you explain about the soul,
Mm.
like people in the world, they don't have an introduction about the soul, and they are fighting so much in the name of color, and they get so sorrow in the name of color and nationality and all that. Recently, I can share you, like in my family, like in a like far away relation, one of my cousin's son, he got married to a black, like and then she couldn't take it. She couldn't take it, and she went in, she got a heart attack, and now she is in the hospital, like just because like her husband, like her son, he didn't tell her, he didn't tell her, her mother and father. He just got married to that girl, and then when he disclosed it, they couldn't take it. Yeah, that he got married to a person who is like black. But then just
African
because of
background. Mm.
color and all that, this creates so much impact on the soul, like because of no knowledge that. So like now the whole family is in what to say, in distress, and sorrow, and like they are not talking to their son and all that, and so much chaos in their family. Like I heard, I didn't know, so
Yeah.
I heard 2 days before, and I felt so bad, like I don't know how to help. I want to, but how can I interfere? Like, it's like how to help such a person. That I felt like 2 days is like, I was thinking today also, like how to help that soul. We have Baba has given us so much knowledge. Like he has like opened our intellect and he has just made us move away from all this nationality, religion, and all that. And he's told us that we all are souls, equality. He has brought equality in our mind regarding all the souls in the world. And but that sometimes you cannot even share, even though you know it.
Yeah,
People may not take it.
definitely
They may take you wrong. That,
you
oh,
can
you
at
think they're
some point, I mean, if in case, if you get to speak to them, like somewhere you can, not share like, share, but like one hint, somewhere you can give, or just send good wishes. Sometimes these things can be very sensitive, and so just sending good wishes, for now is is good. And then of course at some point, see, this is the problem, no, today, how much we look into the color. And poor thing, she's a soul, she's that light who is in that body, what she'll do if she has a certain color, you know.
somebody. That girl is so nice. They
Hmm.
told that she's such a very decent and very, like, I don't know, so many they were praising that girl, that girl who, and like the boy is happy and they are so happy, but they're not being accepted by the family just because of that color. Oh my God, it's so
Yeah.
sad. It's really sad.
Oh, absolutely sad. That's how the whole world has become, how we are treating each other. And
We have we have good qualities. Even people all have good qualities in them. Everybody has good qualities. Everybody has people are like like, but just because of the color, that everything is hidden because of that. Everything is hidden. The qualities are hidden because of the color.
right, right, you're right.
Oh, you said I should send good wishes just sometimes.
Yeah, send good wishes, and I think they will come out of it slowly. But yeah, for now, just keep sending good wishes. Yeah.
We want them to be happy, really. Yeah. Thank you, Sister Mari.
Sure, sure. Thanks for sharing that little story. Yeah. Yeah, it's very sad, the world we are living in today, and how we are teasing, criticizing, and treating each other really not good. Mhm. Not good. And and the soul can take any color skin, no? How can a soul choose anything? Today you are in this,
That is
tomorrow you can be in any other skin.
like always Baba says knowledge is so important. Because of knowledge, we can discern what is right, what is wrong.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Right? Give us so much discernment. And then instead of judging them, we start judging ourselves. No, we are wrong, not they are not wrong. Yeah, that's so right.
Very good. Thank you. Anybody else like to say anything before we close? Okay. So thank you. Thank you for joining this evening.
Thank you, Sister Madhvi, and good night.
Thank you. Good
Thank
night.
you, Sister